It's been a day, stressing out like crazy. Just wanna be lazy with my girls.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. I totally said in my last update video that I was not gonna do another update till the end of the year, but here's the thing. I feel like I've made a lot of progress since my last video, so I thought I would update you guys one more time before I do my final wrap-up video at the end of the year, which I am so excited about because I have learned so much doing this project pan, and I really would love to share with you guys the things that I've learned along the way, as well as like the products that I've used up, all the empties I went through, the value that I got out of all of that. Like, I really want to go through all my products and kind of calculate how much money I was able to use up. That didn't make much sense, what I just said, but I think you understand what I mean, right? Like, I just want to show you guys how much the products cost that I've used together, total. I'll put my playlist up here of all my project pans if you guys want to see them. If you haven't seen any of my other progress videos, you can check them out there in that playlist. I don't normally have bare nails, but it's really, I'm kind of self-conscious about it because I never have bare nails, but I'm trying to let them breathe because they don't look great right now, guys, because I wear a lot of nail polish, so please ignore that. If you guys aren't familiar with project pans, which I'm sure you are if you're finding this video, but basically I just chose a bunch of products for the whole year, and I've been really working on using them, and I've been updating you guys along the way the whole year, how long it's taken me to get through things. I show you guys my empties, would I repurchase it, do I not like it. It's basically just like a year-long series that I have on makeup products, and I am doing a rolling one, so every time I finish something up, I'll add in something else. Except now I have stopped rolling things in since we're near the end of the year, and everything that I have here is basically what we're gonna end with at the end of the year. Oh, I'm so excited to do my wrap-up video, guys. You have no idea. If you guys aren't subscribed already, be sure to do that if you enjoy these kinds of videos, because I'm really excited about that, as well as the beginning of the year project pan video, because I get to choose new stuff and I'm super excited about it. Now let's go ahead and talk about my updates here for you guys. So first of all, let's go with my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is the original version. And you guys, this thing is almost gone. It is very flat, very skinny, because there is not a lot of product in here at all. I've been really trying to finish that last little bit up. You see my progress lines here. I literally can't even move the line up any further, but basically I only have like 1 or 2 more uses of this because I had trouble even squeezing out any today. Super happy about that. And I say this every time, but these eyeshadow primer potions are so worth the money. They last forever. There is so much product in those tubes. Okay, the next thing that I have to update you guys on is my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I feel like I'm doing pretty well on this, especially considering how late I put this into my project pan. This is what we're looking like this month versus last month, and I got a pretty good dip in there. Hey guys, editing me. I definitely forgot about the month of October. So I keep saying last month throughout this entire video, but really it's been about 2 months since my last update. Just so you know, when I say last month, I mean 2 months ago. Definitely still a lot of product left in here, like around the edges and all of that, but I really love this primer still. I'm actually really happy that I put it in near the end of my project pan because I really was getting burnout on a lot of my products, and I still really enjoy this every time I use it. I definitely want to do more of that next year, putting in products that I really want to use rather than just using them because they're old, which is, you know, a rookie move there, but we'll get into that at the end of the year on my wrap-up video. I've been making amazing progress with this one. This one's such an easy project pan product, and again, I'm just really happy I put it in here, and it's really nice to have products like this that you guys can also see the products I mean the progress, because I definitely have some in here, and we'll get to them, and you guys should know by now if you've seen my other videos, some of them are really hard to make any kind of progress on. Okay, next up for foundation, y'all, I am so proud of this. I am so proud and so happy to say that I literally have 1 or 2 more applications left. Look at the little nub. Oh my god, I'm so happy to see this. I can't roll it up anymore. There's only a tiny bit left in there. Honestly, it's not even worth marking it in my book because it's basically gone, and I'm so happy because this foundation, this Hourglass, did I even tell you what this is? This is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, and this thing is so expensive. I'm like, now that I'm almost used the whole thing, I'm just like, why did I spend so much money on this thing? I don't hate it. I mean, it is a good full coverage foundation, but I don't think it's worth the money. It's really not worth marketing it, but I'm gonna try to show you guys anyways, just so you guys can really see how much progress I've made over the last month. So here is my stick foundation progress. So you see September here. On September 16th, I was right here, and I've made that much progress, which is huge. That is so huge. If you look at my first one versus the second and third one, I made just as much progress in this one as I did in this 1 month, which I think is mostly just because I know that we're coming up on the end of the year, and I'm like, okay, I really need to stick to this one foundation, whereas before I was using like different foundations just so I wouldn't get bored. Oops. But I really know that I want to finish this. Like, I am so determined to get this thing emptied out and really get my money's worth it, because it was so expensive that I've just been using it every time I do my makeup, and I've been, not gonna lie, I've been packing it on pretty full. This is like one of those wrap sweater things, and it keeps like falling backwards. Really comfy, really warm, but please stay in place, thank you. Moving on to the next thing. Okay, the next thing I have here is my NYX HD finishing powder, and this, guys, oh my god, look at this pan compared to last month. Oh my gosh, we are getting close here. I'm so close to finishing this. There's still some, obviously there's still some product around the edge, but I have a feeling I'm gonna be able to finish this by the end of the year. I don't want to say for sure, but I have almost 2 months. And I made so much progress between last month and this month that I feel like the last of this is gonna go fast. Like, I feel like ever since I hit pan on this thing runs out so quickly. But I'm really happy about this. Like, wow, wow, wow. I can't believe I can see so much pan in here. It's so awesome to see this much. I definitely wish that I would have chose a more high-end powder, because, well, actually, I don't have any high-end powders that are in this pressed powder form. We've talked about this. I'm not a big pressed powder person. I'm really not. So I'm really glad to have this like out of my collection soon, because I am a loose powder person, okay? I thrive on loose powders. I don't care about pressed powders basically at all, because I don't really want the extra coverage, and I feel like pressed powders are more for people who are wanting a lot more extra coverage, and for people who have oily skin. And I don't really want the full coverage look, as well as I also have super dry skin. So it's totally not up my alley when it comes to my makeup preferences. So super glad to have that. But loose powders though, that is a totally different story. I love loose powders. This is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I rolled this in last time because there's really not much, well, it was this much. Let me show you guys. Do I still have it marked here? So you can see the line here where I marked it. Like, basically when I put it on the side, it was full to here. I can't really mark it now, and I don't know if you guys can really see, but there is literally 2, maybe 3 applications left in here. It is almost gone. It's almost gone. And I feel like, wow, it went so much faster than what I thought it would once it got super close to the bottom. This thing lasted me forever though. It was totally worth getting this is the travel size, by the way. And it was totally worth it for me because I have so many multiple different powders that I really enjoy getting small travel size loose powders. I don't know, it just works really well for me because I just rotate between them and it takes me forever to use them up. I will say one thing I've been noticing with this powder that I never noticed, that's not true. I have noticed it before, but more than ever, when I use this under my eyes after I put my concealer on to set it, it's not totally translucent on me, and I've always kind of known that, but even more so now than ever, I feel like it has this like tint to it it takes away the brightness that my concealer gives me, and then everything just starts looking like one color, and I really like a bright under eye, so it really bothers me that it does that. Sometimes I even feel like my under eyes end up a little bit darker than my foundation just because I am so fair, you guys. Translucent powders really have to be white for me. It's a fun game I like to play whenever I buy translucent powders. Like, is this going to be translucent on me? Yeah. Because there's a lot of translucent powders that are actually tinted, even though it says translucent. I don't understand. I don't know. With that said, concealer. So I have my Tarte Shape Tape, which is really my main one I've been focusing on, but I also threw my Colourpop in here. Oh my god. Speaking of throwing it, I also threw my Colourpop one in here just to finish it up because I did get the Colourpop Pretty Fresh concealer, the more hydrating one, so I decided to finish this one up since there wasn't much left in here. And both of them, I'm happy to report, are very, very close to being gone. Let me try to mark this for you. It's really hard to get a really accurate mark on here because the tube has the concealer on the inside. It's like kind of covers it, but again, these are approximate. I'm going to say approximately there's this much now. Just from like when I open the tube and I kind of like peer in, it kind of looks like this much. So there is last month because I rolled this in last month, I think. And then this is this month. So there is not much left in there. This is gonna go so fast. And here is my Colourpop one. I didn't mark it. I don't really know why, but it also has only like this much left. So it's also gonna go pretty quickly. You can see it's getting quite empty. I'm just gonna mark it anyways. I feel really good about this. I do really truly feel like I'm gonna be able to finish these by the end of the year, which makes me quite happy because it's not that I have a lot of concealers, but I do have some concealers that I love so much that I wanna use more of. Like my hydrating concealers, because I really love hydrating concealers. They're so beautiful on my skin since I'm so dry that I can't wait to dive into them more. I've been really focusing on these Project Pan items this last month, if you can't tell. The next thing is my Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. And y'all, look at those. Look at this. It's like basically empty. I'm gonna mark it here, even though it's kind of pointless because it's definitely going to be gone one or two more times. So here is my progress between September 16th, I think it was, and today, right here. It is literally, oh my god, it's only going to take like one or two more times and this thing is going to be gone. Still love this. Still think this is amazing, and I would actually repurchase this. Now that I've been using it like more, trying to finish it up for my Project Pan, because before I used it quite a bit, but it was more sporadic where like I would just use it every once in a while. But I definitely used it more than my other ones, which is why I ended up starting here with my Project Pan, because I was using it. I just wasn't using it like every day, so I wasn't able to kind of like really sit and think and look about it and see like every day consistently how I feel about it. Does that make sense? Don't say it. Don't say does that make sense? I only say that. But I freaking love this stuff. It really, in my opinion, sets on my makeup really well. I love the smell of it. It's like a citrusy smell. The packaging is beautiful. When it's full, you have all these really pretty like gold flakes in it. And it's very dewy, which I love a dewy look. And it's hydrating, and you can use it to prime and set. So it's like kind of all around just an amazing setting spray. This looks like it's getting real close to getting into my 2020 favorites, even though I think I got it in 2019. I don't know, but I really like this. Okay, this one is pretty quick. Every time I do an update, I say the same thing about this liner. It's the Tarteist Double Take Liner, I think. I can't tell because all of the writing is gone on this by now. But one side is a pencil liner, which I finished up very early on. And then the other side is a liquid liner, which is taking the longest time ever in my life to use up. This is still so saturated. I don't really like this for a full-on wing, but like look how much black is still in there. It's like black, like it's not running out at all. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It just keeps going and going. I really like this product, but I don't like it for a winged eyeliner because it is a felt tip, and the felt tip, it kind of does that skipping thing. If I'm like dragging the pen, it kind of pulls the skin and it'll do that skipping thing. So I don't love it for a wing, but I do like to use this to do, just to line it so that I can prepare for lashes, which is the way that I've been using it. I'll also, if I am doing a wing that day, I'll use it just to align this part, and then I'll go in with a different liner just to do the wing, the like sharp points at the end, just to give it the pointiness. Yeah, I like this liner. I just don't like it for winging it out. I am so awkward. Okay, my Colourpop highlighter. It is looking like this compared to last month. And there is still a lot in here, like a lot. And because even though there's a pan in the middle, I can tell that the outside still has quite a bit of product, and you don't need a lot of this when you're using it, which is kind of why it's taking me so long to use this up. I am getting tired of it. I do really like it. Like you can see on my face, it is a really nice, like it goes with everything. It's not glittery. It's just like just a really pretty highlight. But I really realize that I'm just getting kind of tired of it. I kind of want to use something else, even though this is like the perfect like everyday kind of highlighter. I'm just getting tired of using the same one, you know? Like I really want to move on to something new, especially something that is a little bit more on the high-end side, because I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time trying to finish up this like $8 highlighter when I could be using one that is a little bit more expensive and getting more value out of my products. It is what it is, and that's my progress on it. Okay, let's talk about my face palettes really quick. So I have my Hourglass Ambient Edit 4 palette. Yes, volume 4. They do these every year. They should have, these are out right now, the new ones for this holiday season, if you guys are interested in something like this. And I say this, I've been saying this the last couple times I've updated this for you guys, is that this is such an amazing palette. I really do love this a lot. I am starting to get a little tired of it again, but I think that's mostly just because I haven't made any progress on it. And I use it a lot. And I use this so much, you guys. And I know I say that every time because I really do. But this thing, it just doesn't budge. It's just so hard to get through this product. I don't know what it is. I guess there's just a lot in there. And I will say it's definitely worth the splurge. Like for sure. Wow. You will never use this up. I mean, never say never, because there is some project planners that I've seen use up some of these kinds of products from Hourglass. I don't know how though. I really don't. I don't know how they do it. They must really dig in there. I mean, I don't do my makeup every day either though, so that could be part of it. That could be part of why as well. I really do see my bronzer starting to get flat a little bit though, because that is the one that I work on the absolute hardest. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you guys because it's kind of hard with this packaging to show you my progress, but it's much flatter compared to the other ones. I love this palette a lot, and it's definitely worth the money, and I'm glad that I still have it. I am getting a little bit tired of it just because I'm having trouble making progress on it. But if I wasn't doing a project pan, that wouldn't be an issue. You know, you would be happy you have so much and that it would last forever. It's just that I want to show you guys that I'm trying, and I want to show you guys my progress, you know? And it makes me feel like every month I come back and say the same thing, like, oh my god, I cannot make progress on this. I'm trying, but nothing is happening. Kind of makes it a little boring, you know? And repetitive. And along those same lines is eyeshadow. I have such a hard time panning these things. But on the flip note, this Tarte Toasted Eyeshadow Palette, I am not tired of at all. I have loved it the entire year. I never get tired of this, and I think that's just because these kinds of shades, these neutral, warm, well, it's not neutral, it's warm. It's kind of neutral, but kind of warm. Why do I see warms as neutral? I guess it's just because it's my neutral, like it's my basic, like, yes, this is the kind of colors I like. It's so hard to pan eyeshadows, you guys. I'm definitely gonna change it up next year, but I love this eyeshadow palette still a lot. I have been making progress. Let me see. I'm gonna try and see if you guys can see progress in these. Now, I will say, I am making really good progress on the shade Latte, this one, and this shade, I think it's called Cozy. There are some very large dips in there. The base shade up here as well, what is it called? S'more, also has some a big dip in it, but these two have the biggest dips. And I feel like the most I can ask for out of this palette by the end of the year is literally just hitting pan on one. I think Latte is that shade. I think it's the one that's gonna do it for me. If I can just hit pan on one shade, one eyeshadow shade by the end of the year, I will feel like I succeeded. Alright, you guys, last but not least are lip products. So I have my 3 Colourpop lippy sticks. I'm just gonna see if I made any progress on these. It's impossible to do any of these this year just because COVID has made it really difficult. I can't wear lipstick basically ever unless I'm filming for like a video. That's like the only time I wear lipstick now. So I haven't made like barely any progress on anything. Oh yeah. The shade Booty, this like orangey red shade. I don't think I used it one time because it looks like there's absolutely no progress at all on this. Oh my god, this is definitely gonna have to get decluttered at the end of this project pan because these are really starting to get weak and break a little bit. Oh, look how much is still on this one. Ugh. So sad. This shade Grunge, I'm actually wearing it on my lips, is the one that I made the most progress on. It's actually the one that I made the most progress on in general. It's kind of hard to tell, but here is Grunge. I made a little bit here from September to November, and then Poison, I made a tiny bit of progress as well, and then Booty, I didn't mark because I did not make any progress. And then the Fenty stick here that I didn't talk to you guys with, I'm pretty sure my last project pan I ended up pulling it out just because I was hating it so much. But that's everything, you guys. That's all of my project pan products updated for you guys. I feel really good about this. And it's making me feel pretty successful, and I can't wait to do my wrap of the video and show you guys all my empties for the whole year and just talk about the whole thing because I feel like I've learned so much and I'm thankful for this project pan. It actually has taught me a lot about just my makeup habits and just everything. So again, if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you enjoy these kinds of videos. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give it a like if you liked it. Oh my god, there's hair on my hand. Or if you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye!